Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? I always forget. June 2nd. Wednesday, June 2nd. Yeah, so I kind of hinted. This will be the last show, everybody. You'll have to we'll have to figure something else out. But multiple outside reasons. But Scott and I, from just the way the work schedules are happening or not happening and not being flexible, the show, unfortunately, has run its course. But I say fortunately. I say unbelievably unbelievable. That's the only way I can describe this whole thing. So the reality of this last 18 months or so has been crazy, right? So, but anyways, so here we are. It's our last couple. Let me pour it fresh with you guys. I'm going to pour it right now. Come on. There we go. One of my famous stolen mugs. There we go. All righty. No, I mean, I'm not going to wear pants yet, but all right. So let's run down a couple of good mornings because that's something that makes us show special. Gretchen Bishop, first on the board. You know I love you. Jason Bragg, good morning. Paula Scholl, good morning. Betty Carlson, that's my aunt. Yes, Paula is our last cup of coffee together on a regular basis, at least. Joyce Neergotter, hiking across America. Love it. Dave Dixon, my friend, my good friend. I can't wait to actually meet you in person someday. Heather Denham, that's my cousin. Ruthie, that is HR's ma. Good to have you on the show. Let's see what else we got here. Tamara, I need to get back to you, Tamara. I'm sorry. Life gets, crazy. Gretchen, no, don't be sad. Don't be sad. Steve, thank you. You're in the Pacific Northwest. Nice. I was just talking about the Pacific Northwest the other day. I'm sure it was something nice to be said about it. But anyways, adjust my chair arms because I have a fancy chair. Julie Stover, good morning and cheers. It's been a great 18-ish months. It was, I looked it up. I think it was March 14th, I think. But it's been 445 days, more or less, that we've been cooking this show. Pretty awesome, if I can be completely honest about it. The fact that we kept it going for so long, and through a lot of stuff, a lot of things that just I don't know. It's been a crazy couple of year and a half now. What do we got? Joyce Neerguy, Eddie Ambrose, my friend. Good morning, buddy. Eddie, you might be the funniest guy on the internet. I'm just saying it. You literally might be. Randy Carnes, my good friend. It was great to see you the other day. Sue Francis, that's my aunt. Joyce is ready to head out on the trail. And Christina, yes, thank you for being here. So I'll chime in when I see people. So the great thing, Bob Dewey, good morning. Rock and roll shows are happening, and Bob Dewey's the man making it happen. So 440 some days ago, pandemic comes in, stay-at-home orders happen. End of the world as we know it. I did not, Eddie, give you 2 weeks notice. I'm a musician. We just walk out. That's what musicians do. We're like, you know what? I'm leaving. That's what we do. Yes, Steve, that's something that's interesting. I was looking back through pictures, and my hairstyles have been they've tracked. Interesting. Facial. I've had different facial hairs. Currently I'm doing this whatever. I don't know what to call it. But it's been interesting, at the very least. I think some of it is boredom. Just like, let's try let's do this hair, or let's do something with this hair. So yeah, no 2 weeks notice here, folks. I'm just out, leaving. But so I've told this story. We've talked about it here. But I want to take the time to thank some people that maybe were thanked once or twice or 100 times, but I want to thank you again. So we start talking, people are chiming in. I say good morning. We drink some coffee. We're all kind of like, wonder what the hell's going on. But it was fun. Like, there was a little bit of like, it was joy in the morning, and it was for me too. Maybe more me than you. Jeremy Hunt, good morning. Dave Bichard, my brother. And we start getting to know each other, start caring for each other in a way that, I'd never really had a group of people like this, that we only really had one thing in common, but it was important. And it became important to all of us. The routine of meeting up, having a coffee. Coffee's a great thing. You guys tolerated my scattered, all over the place personality. And it was funny, and I got to share stories, like, so the Saving Jane thing, just check the box, the Saving Jane thing. A lot of people have a lot of questions about. Yes. Thank you, Scott. Why did it fail? Why didn't it fail? Why, whatever. There's 100 different ways that you can ask the questions, and it felt good. It was therapeutic for me to tell you the stories, the stuff that happened behind it, the goods and the bads. And I don't regret 1 second of it. And everybody that was a part of that organization at any given moment holds, like, it's a near and dear place in my heart. It was a very us against the world. So when you have that small group mentality, even if, like, afterwards, after the event, you're maybe not as close, you're not even geographically or whatever, you still will always have that, and you keep it together. And I the reason I bring this up is it's you guys too, forever, to my last dying breath. I will always remember this time, when the world was uncertain, everyone's personal safety and health and everything was an unknown. We came together and started to get to know each other. And not even just, it wasn't just you talking to me. I enjoy you guys talking to each other. And there's one thing that I've mentioned it, sort of like I've hedged around it a few times. There were a lot of things I didn't talk about, or if I did talk about it, I kept it very non-dividing on purpose. In the last 18 months, we've had a shit ton of things to fight about, right? We still do. This morning for me was a way for us to start the day getting along. And I will always remember this, that hundreds of strangers got together every morning just to get along. That was it. To feel not alone, maybe, to feel a part of something, maybe, to get along. Not one time. I used to not obsess. I used to really worry about if a skirmish would break out in the comments, because we don't all get along on everything. There's no way we all get along on everything. I don't get along with me on everything. So I was always afraid that there would be like a fight. What would I do? Like, I'd have to dad it, be like, everyone settle down or whatever. But I didn't have to. The internet and the comment sections are known as being the worst places in the world for bad tempers and bad everything. And we all got along, and we were respectful of each other. And we can all tell by everyone's comments that we didn't maybe agree on everything, but we got along, and it was magical. It was magical. Let me see. I missed a few here. Morning, Dave. Julie Stover. Thank you. Karen Buzzard. That's my mom. It's not a sad day, Jason. I understand it is because the show is over, but it's not sad because of what we have done. Well, how the community, the getting to know each other, the just the experience of this. All of us are going to take a different thing. I guarantee 10 years from now, 15 years from now, somebody brings up the pandemic. You're like, we used to get on this thing called social media, and we'd talk to this guy. He was just drinking coffee. He'd say good morning. That's all we did. It was all right. It was fun. Yes, Betty. And it's friends that we haven't met, but we are absolutely friends. And everybody has supported each other. And I've seen just different people like your friends on the medias, supporting each other in your endeavors. It's wonderful. It really is. Julie's over, right? Okay. So the 3D Doritos, they're awesome. But if it's a one or the other, traditional red bag Doritos every time. I'm not even a Cool Ranch guy. So if you're only asking me which Dorito can I have, it's that one. That's it. That's my final. But I did love it. Did an amazing job. It wasn't amazing. You guys made it easy. I didn't do anything other than give you guys a place to talk. Randy Karn still hates snow. And God, I love Randy. Randy, it was great seeing you the other night. And we'll get the slap box out soon. Yes. Yeah, I know, buddy. It's the first time. I'm sorry. I wish I was joining the Do Less band, but they won't let me in. They say I'm still too busy, which us buzzard folk don't get that comment very often. Like, you work too much. Steve, I'm gonna miss Scott's snappy comments as well. Honestly, I don't know there was that many that was very snappy, to be quite honest. I think a lot of them I think a lot of his comments were just honestly not very funny, if I'm being honest. Yes, Ruthie, and thank you for being here every day. I was so happy that I could, I don't know. It felt like every day I could check in on you guys, make sure everyone was okay. Now, I had nothing, not like I could do anything. Not like, but being able to check in on my people felt great. And I knew you were checking in on me too. We didn't know, we still didn't know what was coming, what was going to happen. And man, so many strange happenings, the pressure cooker of life just kept things, and they're not great. Like, let's be honest. Like right now, things are just a turmoil and sometimes, but we're not going to forget that a bunch of strangers, for no other reason than to get along, got along. And it's been amazing. And I got to check on you every day. So when the lockdown, the stay at home started happening, my mom just, being able to talk to mom almost every day. And that was good. It's, I backed off a little bit. I'm not talking as much as I should. She's probably mad at me, but it was super important for me to keep them safe and my brother safe. So I was somehow, maybe through this show, trying to help making staying home okay. A few minutes, if it's just a few minutes of just whatever. And everyone who joined in, everyone who supported each other, and we all checked in on each other. And if somebody needed something, a thumbs up, a prayer, a hug, whatever, it was there. It was great. It was amazing. No, Bob, I don't expect you to give up sausage. What do I look like? Crazy? Paula Jack, good morning. Yeah. No mask, no PP. That's today is officially, in Ohio, we've dropped all the restrictions. So seemed like a good day to do it. So that's funny. Steve, you're the best. You are truly the best. So Steve just says, I was a sanity check. And I know that's hilarious that Pat Buzzard is a sanity check. I can only imagine as like a compare it against, like, well, I don't seem as crazy as Pat, so I must be doing okay. But my dear love of donuts is has been shared. And so I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about music. Yesterday we're talking about music and things that I've done or been a part of or experiences that I've had. And it's funny, I said, of all the things that, like, you can look at, like, my resume of music, and I've done some cool stuff. I totally agree. I've also eaten in 3,000 gas stations, and I've that was, look at there. Scott got one right. I've just been doing, but what we were talking about, you got me. What we were talking about was just, the things I've done, experiments, experiences, all that kind of stuff. And that was awesome. You got me pretty good. Yeah, Kathleen, great to have you here on the show, but today is the last show. We'll no longer be doing a daily show. And yes, Paula, I'm going to miss it too. There's so many things that will go unsaid today. I won't get a chance to say them all. But, like, Paula, I haven't really seen you since 1986, probably 85. Saw you one time at a show in Dothan, Alabama, which was incredible. But to become friends again after so long, it's wild. Like, it's not something that was expected. And I check in on everybody. And, like, when I do the live streams on the shows, when you guys all jump on, it warms my heart that you're there. And I know you do it for each other too. It's great. And Kathleen, I've being able to check in on everybody has been great. It really truly has. And Scott, this is my time. I'll thank him, I guess. So I've known Scott 20 years. Scott spinoff show. Eddie's good with names. I've known Scott for 20 years. There's 1986. There we go. I have never had someone on my side that you could count on more. When you call, he answers. When you need something, he's there. And I call him Scott just to be nice, but his name's Badger, and I love him. Big goofball. Yeah, I know. We're hitched, I guess. But when I switched from the iPad to the iPhone to various other, trying to get the show better, and then I went to the new software, and I was getting a loose handle on it. And And then, but I was full-time in school, full-time school teaching, here at the house. And, I wasn't getting it all. It was kind of falling apart a little bit. And Scott's like, I'll help. And he did more than help. He made the show great. He brought a new energy to it, kept it fun, kept it funny, because I get a little too serious sometimes. Happens. It's the way things go. Triple S pod, podcast. But we had flannel shirt days, we had Hawaiian shirt days, we had tie-dye days. And I'm still not a scientist, buddy. You got that right. There's also such a long list of people that contributed to the show. Christina, thanks. Your company, is it Airtime? I probably got it wrong. But Heating and Cooling, we were one of the first people that donated stuff. And no pants days. Those are the best. Yes. It has, Kathleen. It's been wonderful. It's been more than I ever really thought. Pants are still optional, by the way. I share chair squeak. I need to get I know. Airtime, Heating and Cooling. Thank you, Christina. I just wanted to make sure. But they were one of the first people that reached out and was like, hey, when I started giving stuff away, when we were guessing the weather, my friend Larry Walters, out of nowhere, Venmo'd me some money and said, here's some coffee money. Thanks for doing the show. And I'm like, well, that's why are people doing this? And then Doug Straight's company, was one of the first prize packets that we did. Matt Sexton, the people, the Flanagan's people, everybody. And the level of donations to, for giveaways, for Matt is amazing. Yes. But donations for giveaways, O'Nelly's Tavern, or pub. I forget if it's pub or tavern. And it's individual families. The Gould family supported, gave money, whatever, been incredible supporters of the show. And then with the charity stuff that we did, it's just unreal. The charity stuff is unreal. And then Tom Bloomer, it's Ohio Mechanical, I think, if I remember correctly. Tom Bloomer, I've known Tom off and on over the years, but we're not close. Not like we don't hang out. We should. But Tom Bloomer, out of nowhere, is like, I've got some stuff for you. Just left it on the porch. And that was the first of the Pat's Pandemic Podcast t-shirts. And that was what really started the charitable move. And Tom then fronted the next batch of shirts and has been a supporter the entire time and is just a great dude. Like, all of you know me a little better. You can't fake it this long. Like, I'm clearly not an actor. Like, clearly not an actor. And neither are you guys. And I think this is a scenario, like, the cream has risen to the top. Like, we all know each other a little better. We know who the real, like, your true hearts have shown through. I'm grumbly and cranky and all the stuff, but man, the couple of things the things we've done are incredible. So the last batch, let me see if I can get it to Scott in time. I don't know if I can. Well, it's our show. We can do whatever we want. Not a scientist and not an actor. Yeah, that's true. Let me see if I've got this. So I can get it to Scott quick enough. All right, Scott, I'm going to be sending you some stuff here. Try to get these up. So hang on. Not doing it. Come on, send it. More. Yeah, won't worry about it. So the last batch of bikes, this is incredible family. They're down in Cincinnati. We were going to try to Zoom with them, and it didn't quite work out. Oh my God, Jim, my brother's out of surgery too. Thank God. I didn't want to burden everybody with one more thing. But this family down in Cincinnati, they do good work, and let me try that. Oh, that's working. Okay. And what they do is they foster and adopt kids that maybe would fall under a category of undesirable for various reasons. Okay. And now that we all know that's ridiculous to say that, but they particularly, overseas, been able to help some children that in this, it's incredible. And the 3 kids that we were able to buy 3 bikes for one family. So this family has adopted over 20 children and helped them integrate and become human beings and fully functioning. And so this one, well, how many we got here? But we were able to buy 3 of these things with the look on the face. To be able to move all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we're super high tech, tech's all over the place. That was our last big push was, to take that money. Look at that. And these are hand cycles. All right. So that means, pedal like this. They're just the most wonderful and amazing story. And I can't even get into the story. So I'll tell you. So 2 of the kids, I'm not sure which ones are which. 2 of the kids were in an orphanage together. They in somewhere in Asia. I'm not sure. They were in an orphanage together. They were found abandoned on the street or something like that. Something just got wretching. And in this orphanage, these 2 kids developed. Thank you, Pam. They developed like the twin speak, where twins will kind of like develop their own language and they'll bond and everything. And then they were separated. And this amazing family in Cincinnati, they adopted one of the kids, and then unbeknownst to them, like a year later, adopted the other one. And these 2 kids that knew nothing else in the world but that one moment in this orphanage, their life friend was brought back to them, and it's just pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. They do great stuff. I'm gonna try not to cry on you guys. So that was it. That was our last big push. We were able to put 3 amazing young people in some badass bikes, and that's pretty cool. Guys, it's been amazing. Thank you very much. All right, let's get out of here. Are we rolling?
Yeah.
All right. So I was going to write some kind of script about what I wanted to say and all the things that, that I thought would be appropriate at this moment. And, you know me, I didn't do it. I wanted to just speak from right here. And I just got to tell you, I never thought this would be the way it was. Over a year ago, when I started talking to the internet and you guys started listening, we kind of came together in a time that was weird. We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know what was going on. And yet somehow we held it together. We got together every day and we had coffee. Some of you I knew before. Some of you I knew from long before. Some of you I never met. Some of you maybe I'll never meet. But for a time, we were a family. Our highest, at one point we had 500 people watching that show. 500 people in the morning. And it was pretty cool. And then when we sort of stumbled onto the idea of doing some good, some charity, I really am like, this will never fly. Who's going to trust me when I say, just send me money and I'll do something good with it? And you guys did. And we did. And the end result is we're somewhere around $17,000 we raised. Lives we've changed with bicycles, and it's just been pretty awesome. And Scott and I, we haven't worked together in a long time. Bringing us together again that was important to me. It's all been important to me. The relationships I've made hopefully will continue, but the world is opening up. What brought us together is no longer the reason we're together. Now, I'm not saying you'll never see me again, but as it stands right now, Scott and I we're going to retire the show. And I didn't think this would be a thing. I didn't think I would be worried about it, but I am. But it was my privilege to be with you every morning, and I was unbelievably honored that you would have coffee with me. We're still going to buy some bikes. We're going to figure some things out. And just like all things like this, if you need me, if things get rough again, I think you know where to find me. So, I'll see you guys.